Welcome back. It is June 1st in the MLB, and my three favorite picks are on the way. What's going on, everyone? It's Logan from Calling Our Shot today, joined by a special guest. No, the special guest is not Austin. It's the broom. Get those brooms out from yesterday. Do a recap of yesterday. 3-0 sweep. We finally deserve that 3-0 sweep. Oh, man. Yesterday, or the day before, I said, we were so close to the 3-0 sweep. Let's see if we can complete it today. And we did on Friday. That was a great way to close out May. Do a quick recap of the picks. They were free as air. Arizona Diamondbacks team total over that cashed in the third inning. That was free. Marlins on the money line. Yeah, they won in big fashion. And then the hit parlay, each of those two hitters in the parlay of the day cashed in their first at-bat. You absolutely love to see that. So we got some work to do to continue to build those units and to start June off on the right note. And for the first play, normally it's the hit parlay of the day on Odds Checker, but today it's the hit parlay of the day here for you to enjoy. You don't even have to click a link. Yes, the first leg of the hit parlay is Ozzy Albies to record a hit, and second leg of the hit parlay is Freddie Freeman to record a hit. -115 odds on Bet365 is your best value here. Now you can build the parlay wherever you want. Some books, again, have the 1.5 hits. Then you got to get creative and go do work around that on other books. But most books should have that value standard like that. Hit parlays have been great on our channel. Honestly, might be our most profitable bet that we've made this year. In this hit parlay, we're backing two hitters that both went 0 for yesterday, which is a great system in Major League Baseball because if you're picking good hitters that went 0 for at the plate the prior game, law of averages said they'll probably do a hit in the next game. Let's start with Ozzy Albies. He's the first leg of the hit parlay. Ozzy Albies' 6-game hit streak yesterday, broken. Dagger right through the heart, right? Just like Volpe's hit streak was broken for us a couple days ago. But it's time to start a new one against Aaron Brooks today and the Oakland A's. Against Aaron Brooks, he's allowing a 308 batting average to lefties. Obviously, Ozzy Albies is a switch hitter, so he'll be batting lefty with a lefty-righty matchup. And in his last 6 games, Ozzy Albies is hitting 385 against right-handed pitchers. I love the matchup for Ozzy today. I think he gets a solid chance today. He's also batting 319 at home this season, much better batting at home than on the road. And he could be batting leadoff in the order, which obviously would be nice for maximum plate appearances, but I'm not sure where he'll be in the order, so I can't confirm that. But I like Ozzy Albies a lot today. I think he gets it done for us. He's a good contact hitter. And then speaking of other good contact hitters, the former Brave, Freddie Freeman, he faces Cal Quantrill in the Rockies today. Now, yesterday, you look at the box score of that Dodgers game, pretty weird. Freddie, Mookie, and Ohtani all went over. Now, obviously, you could take your pick on any of them. I like all of them to get hits today. But against Quantrill, Freddie is 4 for 9, batting .444. I like the matchup for Freddie a little bit more than the others. Freddie doesn't have a hit in 2 straight games, which is also why I like him today, because I mentioned good hitters rarely go several games without hits. He has only went 3 straight games without a hit once this year. That was back in mid-April. I just think, again, law of averages, I think Freddie Freeman is due a hit today. Look, if you backed Freddie on Friday, you should have known from our mistakes last year. You never back Freddie Freeman on Fridays. It's Freddie Fridays for no reason. He just can't get hits on Fridays. Weirdo thing. Maybe he's thinking about his weekend plans. I don't know. But Freddie Freeman hitting 324 against righties this season. Obviously, I like the righty-lefty matchup we get for Freddie Freeman, and I like the matchup we get for Ozzy Albies. I like them both to get a hit today, -115. I'll go ahead and take that as our hit parlay of the day. Hopefully, we can continue to stay hot on those, even though it's not in written form on Odds Checker. Hopefully, it stays hot. Now, let's go to our next one. Speaking of hot, we've been dialed in with the team total picks, and I got another one today. It's the Chicago Cubs team total over 3.5. -125 odds on FanDuel is your best value currently. I say currently because there's a lot of books. I was looking for other books, kind of to compare team totals. They didn't have lines out for this one. So if your book doesn't have a line out for it, be patient. It will probably be in the -120-ish, -125 range. I'm eating a little bit of juice on FanDuel, but I don't really care. I think this one stands a really, really good chance at cashing. Now, let's talk about this one. Because yesterday the Cubs were 2 for 12 with runners in scoring position. That's terrible. But they still hit this team total over of 3.5. So they got 4 runs yesterday. Could have easily had a 5th run if it weren't for a crazy outfield play from Ellie De La Cruz. I mean, what a play he made, hitting right at home plate. So there's a run right there that could have been on the board but wasn't. Again, I think there will be run opportunities for this Cubs team against Hunter Green today. Hunter Green starts for the Reds, 3.06 ERA and a 1.14 WHIP for Hunter Green. Obviously, Hunter Green, those numbers are pretty solid. But last time Green faced the Cubs was May of 2023. So it's been a year essentially. He went 6 innings, pitched 0 earned runs. That Cubs team had Edwin Rios batting in the 3 spot and Trey Mancini as DH. Okay, I'll just tell you right now, that's not the Cubs lineup of current day. I like this Cubs lineup a lot more than whatever they had against Hunter Green back then. Again, the familiarity is not exactly there recently, but against this Cubs roster, Green's allowing a 256 batting average and a 273 expected batting average in 49 plate appearances. I like the lineup they're going to have today. I haven't seen it, but I imagine all the key guys will be back in there. This Cubs offense, it's taken some time to build some continuity. Obviously, in the last series in Milwaukee, they finally showed some ability to put up runs. Yesterday, they showed the ability to put up runs. They just couldn't finish the job. I like them today to score runs, and Green will be a challenge to the Cubs to hit with runners in scoring position. He's been great this year, allowing only a 154 batting average with runners in scoring position. That's why this line is soft, right? It's soft at the 3.5. I told you guys I really like team total lines at 3.5 though, because asking a team to score 4 in a baseball game, not tough. Asking them to score 5, for some reason they're like 4 is like the hump. They just can't get over that sometimes. They end on 4 all the time. I think the Cubs definitely have their chances today because Green's allowing a 271 batting average with one man on. So there may be hit parade opportunities with Green pitching out of the stretch. That's always what I like to see is like, how are they pitching in the windup versus the stretch? Hunter Green a little bit worse in the stretch. So if they can get some base traffic on today and get to Hunter Green that way, I think they stand a really good chance at just putting some runs up on the board, making him uncomfortable. Hunter Green also mainly uses the 4-seamer and the slider. Why is this pitch mix important? First of all, he's really mostly a 2-pitch pitcher. But I went through and I looked at how each of these hitters projected in the lineup today do versus those pitches, because I have to have confirmation that they can hit the 4-seamer and the slider if that's who they're facing. Madrigal, Bellinger, Horner, and Morel all have positive run values against the 4-seamer. If you don't know what that is, go on Baseball Savant and we'll teach you more about that. But they're good against the 4-seamer. And then you got Wisdom, Morel, Tauchman, and Horner all have great batting average against the slider and run value against the slider. So a lot of those hitters I think will be in the lineup today. And I think they will be able to hit those pitches that Hunter Green's tossing their way. And then we go to the bullpen. Once Hunter Green is out, however long he goes, Reds bullpen, 11th in bullpen ERA. There's still problems in this Reds bullpen with Alexis Diaz as the closer. He almost blew the game completely for them yesterday. I still think when all said and done, they have run opportunities there. I think they could get 2 to 3 runs off of Green, and then all they need is 1 or 2 runs off the bullpen. I really think the Cubs stand a great chance at cashing this one. I think they bring the bats today to Wrigley Field. Now that'll lead into our third and final pick. Again, I like picking 3 because, you know what, we could go 2-1 at worst, right, and still make a little bit of money. But hopefully we do go 3-0. Let's cap off the 3-0 sweep with the Angels on the first 5 run line, +0.5, -106 odds on FanDuel. Now, if you're looking at this one, you're like, Logan, that's a nasty pick. Back in Reed Detmers. Do you know how bad he is? Well, yesterday we backed Sixto Sanchez, and it paid off, right? We were sharp. And I think this is a really sharp spot to back the Angels and Reed Detmers today. Obviously, the Angels lost yesterday, but it was a good sign to see them get the offense working late. They didn't get goose-egged. If they got goose-egged, I probably wouldn't be here backing them. But Joe Adell got a grand slam, put some runs on the board for them. I like that. Sometimes you see these teams score late in these games and a little bit of a carryover effect to the start of the next game. Now, on paper, the Mariners have a huge starting pitching advantage with a pitcher who has an ERA of double the other. Reed Detmers has about a double ERA of Bryce Miller. I like first 5 run lines when they look just trappy like this. I bet baseball long enough. I know when the starting pitcher with half the ERA that the other guy has is only like laying -120-ish odds or -115. That's normally signs that something weird could happen. Now, Bryce Miller starts for the Mariners, 3.48 ERA and a .99 WHIP. Bryce Miller, really good, solid pitcher. I like watching him. I like backing him personally, but I got to fade him today. He has reverse splits, which is interesting to note. 229 batting average to righties, 167 batting average to lefties. Obviously, the Angels have some solid right-handed bats in that lineup. Hope they can get to him today. He's allowing a 242 batting average with runners in scoring position, which isn't crazy. I mean, that's about an average, batting average allowed. But I expect this game to be close. And in high leverage situations, Bryce Miller is allowing a 379 batting average. Now, what defines the high leverage? Go on Baseball Reference. You can read more about it. But long story short, it's pretty much like with the game on the line, in close game deciding plays, how are you pitching? Bryce Miller, not all that great. I think the Angels can definitely get to him. And I do, like I said, I expect this game to be close. I see a lower scoring first five. And I see the Angels being able to tie or lead through 5 innings in this one. That's what the first 5 run line gives us. If it ties through 5, we would cash this bet. Now then, I think they bring the bats today. I think they get to Bryce Miller, and then on the other side, it's about getting to Reed Detmers holding it down and not getting lit up. 5.76 ERA and a 1.43 for Reed Detmers. Obviously, this is a buy low spot for Reed Detmers. No one's running out to back this guy, I promise. I've seen him. I've seen him at his best. I've seen him at his worst. Obviously, Reed Detmers, he only gave up 3 earned runs in his last start. I consider that an improvement because it's better than what he's been doing. So obviously he's heading in the right direction, earned run wise. And I like Detmers today because the Mariners can't hit lefties this season. That's why I'm backing him. Trust me, if this was a good left-hand hitting team, tongue-tied there, I think that I would not be backing Reed Detmers in this one. But Seattle's 26th in average, 21st in OPS versus lefties this year. Last season, Detmers allowed 3 earned runs and 2 earned runs in games pitched in Seattle. Interesting to note, in those, the first 5 line cashed for the Angels in both those starts. Now, I'm not saying Reed Detmers has to go out and pitch just a complete 5 innings pitch, no earned run type thing. I actually don't think he's capable of that. But I still think he holds them down enough to give us a chance in this one. All I'm asking for is Reed Detmers to go out and not allow 3+ earned runs. And what's interesting to note about Reed Detmers' earned run line, set to 2.5 again at even odds. Now, you guys probably have Twitter or X, whatever you call it. The Twitter capper POD of the day might be Reed Detmers. I'm probably going to be seeing a lot of Reed Detmers on run line because he's hit that over in 7 straight games. People love the hit rates on these earned run props. Today, I'm predicting he goes under in that one. It's not a pick because I don't like earned run lines, but I think he pitches really solid in that one. It's even odds for a reason. I think Reed Detmers definitely has a solid showing. I think the first 5 run line is the way to go for the Angels. You want to take a shot on them full game? I actually don't mind that. Again, though, the Angels bullpen's significantly weaker than the Mariners bullpen, so I don't love that one. But I think at the value, you couldn't go wrong there. But I'm going to go ahead and take the first 5 run line, not laying a whole lot of juice in this one. And again, if they tie or lead through 5, we cash this bet. Let's go Angels. Hopefully that's a pretty sharp look. But that'll do it for the picks today. Do a quick recap, talk about them. We had the hit parlay of Ozzie Albies and Freddie Freeman, each to record a hit. We had the Cubs team total over 3.5. And then we had the Angels first 5 run line that I just talked about. Thank you guys so much. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Hopefully we can start June out right. And hopefully I see you guys once again tomorrow with the brooms out. Catch you then.